Today is finish up day. The other night I was catching hail cutting through the portion of the pipe coming out the back of the house, so I just left it because if we remember, it was that curve right there. But after that curve, that's where my pipe was broken. So the main thing for the other night was to put PVC here so that I could use the facilities inside my house. But I knew I was going to come back when I had a day off work and go ahead and put as much PVC in as possible. So I still got a foot dangling out of the house, and of course there's a foot dangling inside the house. So probably about 2 feet of cast iron still remaining. The good part about it is if I open my clean out, I can look straight through that 2 feet and see if there's any clogs. So I'm not too worried about leaving that last 2 feet of cast iron, but I'll show you why I want to do as much PVC as possible. This is the inside of that cast iron pipe. That right there is years of buildup. So I'm gonna venture to say this thing might be flowing maybe 60% flow rate. And just for comparison's sake, here's a new PVC pipe. Of course, I have the advantage of it being short, so I can see light through it. But nonetheless, you can see it's wide open and it's new. And here is buildup, basically decreasing that flow rate. So that's why I want to do as much PVC as possible. That portion was broken, so obviously had to replace that, and still wanted to replace some more. What I did inside the piece of cast iron that's remaining, took a chisel and a mallet and knocked as much of that loose as possible. Here go the remnants of it. So I basically scraped the edges of the wall. And again, it's only 2 feet, you know, a little bit of drip from what's in the pipes, but it's only 2 feet. And this chisel is pretty long, so I went in probably a foot. Still some stuff in there, but I'm okay with 2 feet of relatively restricted flow. If I have any problems and I open up my main cap, I'll be able to see between here and the opposite side. Oh, okay, something is stuck in this, you know, in this 2 foot of cast iron. It's once everything is put back together, if you get any restrictions or any blockages, shall I say, you want to feel confident that the rest of the path coming from the house is flowing as much as possible to my septic tank. And that's what it's going to be doing. PVC now. So it's going to be flowing as much as possible to my septic tank. That PVC pipe is right here. And it goes inside my septic tank. And again, all this was cast iron. It was broken in here somewhere. It was broken to the point that my sprinkler line, which is probably about right here, my sprinkler line was actually punctured through the old cast iron, and it was just fractured. So now the sprinkler line sits on top of the new PVC piping. Right now, I'm just figuring out this angle, this corner. I need to replicate this. So the original angle was a 60-degree angle, so I got a 60-degree, the radius of the curve, 4-inch diameter, and I need to go that way for the pipeline that's going to the house. And then as soon as I come off that curve, so envision, as soon as I come off that curve, I'm dropping into that. So just for a visual reference, I'm doing something like that. Coming off the house, going into that 60-degree, and then shooting on down. And like I said, my flow rate would be so much better. Flow rate would be so much better than what it was with this pipe, with all this crud and so on and so forth inside of it. And of course, we know what the crud is. We all grown-ups. We know that SHIT has to go somewhere. Crud. crud. Crud and rust. So that's the update.